Hey guys, it's Michael back with some Sekiro gameplay on the PlayStation 4. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Old Dragon of the Tree and the Divine Dragon boss fights. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. So here we go. So here we are with the first part of this fight. Really the main thing you want to focus on for this phase of the fight is just really attacking and being aggressive, but also keeping your distance. So if you see the green smoke, vomit-like substance that's coming out of these creatures' mouths, first of all, I don't even know how to describe these creatures. They're basically tree trunks with super long necks that kind of look like dragons, but not really. Maybe mini dragons, but anyways, the green vomit-like substance coming out of their mouth, you just want to keep your distance from that because it does build up your poison meter. So whenever you see that purple bar just exceed a certain level or get higher than it should, just maybe run back a little bit and wait for it to reset. Otherwise, you want to just keep hacking away at these guys. I do enjoy using the Whirlwind Slash, I think is the ability that you just saw right there, where he kind of spins in a circle and then attacks them. And for this fight, you only have to kill the white tree trunks, and occasionally you'll see coming up in a minute or two some brown ones, but really just focus on these white ones. Just hack away, get a couple death blows. And you also want to make sure you dodge or run out of the way of when the larger trunks sprout out of the clouds. This is one of the easier boss fights in Sekiro, especially this phase of the fight. And as long as you follow those two tips, you shouldn't have too much trouble. If you do happen to get poisoned, just make sure you have some antidote powder, I believe is the item, and that'll cure you of that. And just like that, that's the first phase of this fight. This part's a little bit weird. They appear to be bowing down and praying, holding some kind of flutes. And there's the Divine Dragon in all of its glory. My initial thought when I saw this dragon was really that it just reminded me of the dragons in Breath of the Wild, for those of you that played that game. And you couldn't actually fight those dragons. You could shoot their scales off with arrows from a distance, which I always thought was pretty cool. But in this case, this fight, really just what you want to do is just grapple back and forth between these tree branches. And just be ready for the dragon to use his long electrical sword, or scepter, whatever you want to call it. And as soon as these trees light up gold, you want to be on that tree and be ready to interact with the attack button, so R1 on the PlayStation 4, to bounce back his lightning strikes to him. So your end goal is to hit the dragon with his own lightning, which I think is a very cool level design concept for this boss fight. And just landed the first hit there, as you can see. Then in addition to grappling back and forth and relaying the lightning back, one important aspect of the fight is to just always be aware of the angle in which his sword is coming down. So he does do a couple moves where he'll slash it down from overhead, and to that you can pretty easily run or dodge to the side. And then he also does a sweep similarly to what the corrupted monk did, and that you just want to jump over. So not too much to keep track of in this fight, just the downward slashes and the sweep, in addition to constantly focusing on just knocking his lightning back to him. Another tougher aspect about this fight, although it is one of the easier fights in the game, it is kind of tough to find the right time to heal using the healing gourds, because the dragon is constantly moving and trying to hit you. But with that being said, when compared to other boss fights in Sekiro, it is easier just for the fact that you don't really have to be too concerned with the deflecting aspect, or you don't need to use any special techniques like the Mikiri counter or anything like that. You really just want to avoid his giant electrical sword and just bounce his electricity back at him. And I do have to say, out of all the bosses in this game, I think this one has the best, most visually appealing, beautiful art style. This fight really did blow me away the first time I experienced it. Then at this point in the fight, he actually blows you away, and the trees that you've previously been grappling on kind of wilt away. So this is kind of the phase of the fight where you really have to focus on his sweeps and his overhead strikes. As you can see, I just missed a jump over a sweep there. And this part, if you are going to die in this part, it's either going to be in this fight, I'm sorry, it's either going to be from this part or from not timing the electricity attacks correctly, and then you can die, I think, in one hit from one of those strikes. But timed that last one there, got that last hit, dropping down to the clouds, and going now to finish this guy. Accidentally fell off there, climbing back up to perform that final death blow. And you get the dragon's tears. And here we are back in the Ashina Castle. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and look forward to some more videos on Sekiro soon.